everyone, and welcome back to Travel Tip Tuesday with the Travel Mug Podcast. I am Jen, joined as always by my amazing partner in podcasting, Megan. So this week, Megan, I want to talk about a trend that I've been seeing online, which is skiplagging. Have you ever heard of this term, Megan?
No. And like other trends, now that I know about it, I'm not a fan. So let's dive in, though, and
Let's
hear about it.
do it. Okay, so skiplagging, also known as hidden city flying, is when you book a flight with a connection, but instead of continuing on to the final destination, you stay in the layover city.
Okay.
So the main reason people do this is, of course, to save money. So for example, you might find a flight that goes from New York to Orlando. It might be like $350. Let's just say, for example. But a similar flight goes from New York to Dallas with a layover in Orlando. Might be $170. So, like, that's quite a bit different, right? So, skiplaggers would book the cheaper flight, get off in Orlando, and not go to Dallas. So, obviously, we all want to save money. Sounds great, right?
Right. And I want to sort of hear, I'm assuming you'll talk to us about as well some ramifications about this, because there's something that popped into mind immediately. So let's get into that.
Yeah, obviously. There are a couple problems with this method, obviously, or we would all be doing it. So, you can't really book like a return flight, right? Because if you miss a leg
Right.
of your flight, the rest of your itinerary gets canceled.
This was the first thing that came into my head. I'm like, how are you getting home to New York, guys?
Yeah. How? So, obviously, it only works for single, what is that word?
One-way
Not
travel.
one way flights, right? Like
Yes.
that's the only way that works. And then obviously you can't check a bet because it's going to show up at your final destination.
Your stuff will be in Dallas, people.
Actually, it won't, because if you're not on the flight, they're not going to put your bag on the flight. So you're going to delay that flight because they're going to have to pull your bag. And they don't like
So not
that.
only should yourself irritate you, other people will be irritated by you.
True. And I mean, most importantly, really, it violates the terms and conditions of most airlines. So you could theoretically get in trouble. Airlines could take away miles and frequent flyer benefits. They could ban you from future flights, and they could charge you for the missed segment. So, it's not illegal, right? Like, you're not going to be thrown in jail. But there is a website that encourages people to book this. It's called skiplegged.com. And their CEO was quoted in Forbes saying that 298,967 people have skipped legged in the last year, and that figure is from November 2024. So that's not a small number of people that are doing this.
Skiplaggers out there.
I know. And like I said, I understand we want to save money
Yes.
too, but for me, it's not worth the risk. Like, obviously, it works for some people. And like, I'm not a big fan of airlines. Like, prices are obviously outrageous, especially in Canada. But we have so few airline options. Like, can you imagine Megan being banned from Air Canada? Like, we'd never be able to go anywhere again.
Like 75% of your flight options out the window.
Yeah. So, Megan, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I think my disdain throughout this entire thing is pretty evident. I mean, I do, I say that in jest, but also times are tough. People may need to get places, especially if it's an emergency, and see this as their only option. I don't live other people's lives, but if you're just doing it simply to be like, haha, follow the trend, look at me, I'm a skiplagger. I don't know. I don't think that's a flex, in my opinion. Yeah, it's not something I would do. I'm kind of risk averse when it comes to flights.
Same.
But I mean, it's something I've never heard of, and obviously we're not going to stop anyone from doing it. It's not something I would do personally. Again, I'm sure people may have different reasons out there that I can't even envision. Maybe other than just trying to stick it to the airlines, but I don't know what those would be. But if there are serious reasons, I mean, who am I? But not something I would do.
No, same. To me, it's not worth the risk. But let us know what you think. Find us on social media at Travel Mug Podcast and on our website, travelmugpodcast.com. If you feel so inclined, you can support the show through Buy Me a Coffee. The link for that's in the show notes. Or you can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, which is free. And we'll chat with you again next week. Bye, everyone.